Let's make it.
I hate MOBA.
No, it's gonna be something
I don't
like we'll
fuck it.
create a cult and be like, "This is the Friendly
Yeah.
Fire Gaming's pre-podcast."
No,
Like,
we all have to
we
agree
could never show anybody.
that
in
once
God.
all 7 of us are dead on the podcast, that we release all the pre-podcast.
Whoever-
All
whoever's-
7 of
Oh
us
my
are-
god, we have to put that in our will and testament. That is absolutely true.
Whoever is the last one
Yeah,
alive,
that's what I'm saying.
whoever's the last one alive out
Gets
of
to
all of
release
us
it.
has to release all the pre-pod
Oh
stuff.
my god, that would be amazing.
Right.
That has to be done. That way no one
No.
can criticize
Yeah,
us or
we're
wish
gonna-
on
we're gonna
us.
play
Play
it.
at my funeral.
We're gonna play it. No, I have a proposal.
Is
How
it
about-
better than my funeral proposal? Because my funeral
I have
proposal
a
is
contract
pretty
this
damn
bullshit.
legit.
I have a proposal. We forego all of us having
You've done that
having
before?
our,
I've
our
done it
funerals
before.
until we're all dead, and the last one alive. The last one alive, as background, like I should say, as background ambiance for our funeral, they play all the pre-pod stuff.
Feeder Road.
Feeder Road, Feeder Road, Feeder Road.
What's up, guys? It's the Friendly Fire Podcast,
Oh my God! We're back.
number 52.
I mean, some would argue this is the one.
It's a podcast.
but they're wrong because that was
Kind of, yeah, because our official release was, what, last week? For
Yep.
the year?
October 22nd.
I'm wrong.
God.
or-
Last year, technically,
That's right, okay.
but
Damn it, Sean.
It's okay.
Did
Do
you
we,
already-
do you want to talk about how much you spent at the bar in the last 52 podcasts?
No, what you need to talk about is shutting your mouth.
Love you.
that's not nice.
But it's a thing that we should talk about. Stop it, Sean.
Yeah.
Stop it. So what are you fidgeting? Stop fidgeting. What are you doing? You're breaking the podcast already. We're not even 30 seconds in, Sean.
I'm
You've
not
already
recording any of
dismantled
this, I
this
swear.
completely.
I hope we're recording this because we just started the podcast. So.
God damn it.
Who's playing what this week?
So yeah, it's been a year, and we did this last week, didn't we? I was trying to figure out what we've been playing a year ago. Were you here last week, Disco?
No, he wasn't.
no, it
last
was
week.
not. No.
No.
Do you remember
Right, I
we were
don't think so.
playing last week, a year ago?
I didn't
Fuck
come
no.
last week.
No, you weren't here last week.
I think
No.
you were.
I thought I was. I
Were
thought
you?
I stayed for the entire podcast last
Who
week.
were we
thought-
missing last
I
week?
thought Drew did.
Drew didn't show up.
Wait, it's Drew.
No,
You
no,
weren't
no,
here?
no. Drew was here. Drew was here.
I wasn't here last week.
We could argue this all night.
Where were you?
We
Then?
could have an entire podcast just about us arguing. this
Okay.
issue.
Whores.
Oh yeah,
I know he was.
bitches
Council
and
Bluffs.
sluts, right?
Bitch.
No, so Josh, what do you think a year ago? What were you
Yeah.
playing a year ago?
God damn.
Halo 5 came out in late October, or no.
I think it was
Somewhere around
Arkham.
that.
I think it was Arkham Knight.
Because you
I was
didn't
playing
have an
Arkham
Xbox yet.
No, I'm pretty sure I was playing Arkham Knight a year ago. So I was in the middle of trying to complete all of the challenge missions, which to this day I will never complete. And there's so many and they're so difficult. There's no way I'll get 3 stars on every single challenge mission in Arkham Knight. It's impossible.
Yeah.
So unless that's the only thing I played for the rest of my entire life.
I should probably not do that.
Yeah, there's expand your horizons, guys.
I mean, I honestly wouldn't mind because those games are incredible, but at the same time, I also have other stuff to play.
This is
So,
true.
that is true.
So Disco, what have you been playing this week?
This week?
Yes.
This week I played. I hopped on Dokkan Battle for a short time.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
have that 100 million download.
Pat, you haven't talked about that yet.
Yeah, I tried to get Vegito. It didn't work out.
Oh, I jump on it all the time.
You do? You just haven't brought it up in a while.
Just a mobile. Yeah.
I know.
And he plays Dokkan Battle.
And played some Garden Warfare 2. Tried to do the boss hunt several times. Was a complete shit show. Me, Drew, and Sean attempted it once, and if I didn't have to get up from the Xbox randomly, I think we would have stood a chance. Because Sean was starting to figure it out as we went.
Because of children.
It's really not that difficult.
No, it's not. And the fact that no person on the planet, when you play alone, can do it at all, not even one human being, like,
It would have been nice to have a fourth.
yeah,
Because
it
the
definitely
person we
would've.
were playing with was...
He just stood to one side and didn't do anything for like 10 minutes.
That sucks.
Fucking people. Seriously. Don't join an online game if you're just going to stand there.
You're not going to participate.
They're assholes. I hate
Motherfuckers.
people. That's what
So yeah, I only got like 13 stars this week. But Battle of Accuracy starts as we're recording the podcast.
And I will say, That mode is very fun. It's way different than anything else in Plants vs. Zombies.
The boss mode?
Yeah.
Or the boss hunt, or
Whatever
the
we did.
infinity mode like
Whatever we
playlist?
It was
Whatever we did with the
The boss hunt.
yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting. It actually brings
it
like
feels
a
like a World of Warcraft raid.
well,
it is very
But-
different.
more like a dungeon, but
Like basic
yeah,
WoW stuff.
I would say more like a dungeon because
Yeah.
it's like one boss fight. But the
They're called instances.
no, it's definitely called a dungeon.
I know. Give me shit.
But
Dungeon Finder.
this isn't Final Fantasy. But,
what a shame.
I also played a little bit of Rocket League with Sean. We made it up to Challenger 3
Woo!
and then went back down.
Not Woo.
Not Woo.
The opposite of Woo.
Yeah, we went up to like Division 2 and then
No, we got
lost like
we
3
got up to
straight.
Division
Oh.
3.
No, I only got up to 2.
You didn't get up to Challenger 3? Or no.
Division 2.
I got you.
Challenger 3, Division 2. And then we lost and
Immediately
lost
lost.
and then lost again. So that went all the way back to like Challenger 2, Division 4.
It's something.
That was about all I played though. I didn't really play anything else. Oh, I played some Pokemon Go.
Actually,
Nice.
Yeah, because then that Halloween event was pretty freaking awesome.
It was.
I got 2 new Pokemon for my Pokédex because of that.
I did too, I think. I'm going to totally segue from that. I also played Pokemon Go last week, and I got 3. I got a Gengar, a Cubone, and a Marowak from that event. I think it had like double candies you could get when you caught Pokemon and transferred them. I think you got double steps for your what do you call those?
your
Pokemon?
eggs. Or-
No, the Pokemon you walk with.
Oh, the incubator thing.
No. There's a new mechanic where you actually have a Pokemon that like walks with you or whatever
Oh,
until you get.
that I don't know.
Don't you get candy for them? Like candy for that Pokemon?
Yeah, you get 1 candy for every
Yeah.
whatever. I don't know the distance. Yeah, so I got that. No, that was a pretty legit event actually. What else did I play? Oh my god,
God damn it,
I
Josh.
played so much Skyrim. It was fucking amazing.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I was gonna see
don't
when you were gonna
say.
jump in.
Yes. So yeah, I was actually gone this weekend. I was not here to play games, and I played.
And I played.
Yes, and I played so much fucking Skyrim.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Right. So I started a Necromancer character, and it's super fucking strong. I've had to turn the difficulty up twice just to like make it challenging, basically. So I don't know. This is like my 6th character I've ever made in Skyrim, and my 2nd Necromancer, and it's just a fucking beast. It's amazing.
So you could
So-
say you know what the fuck you're doing. at this
Basically, yeah, I knew exactly what I wanted to perk up and how to get it, and so I'm level 25 already. It's been out for a week, and I only played like 4 days.
God
Yeah,
damn
I'm
it.
tearing it up.
He has been eating.
What,
Geez,
lately.
Logan,
Well,
how's your arm doing? Is it broken at all from jerking yourself off?
Nope, I'm still going.
Oh, I have a question, Logan.
What?
Does your save file from the previous
No.
generation port over?
No,
No.
absolutely not.
Does it? Okay.
Which is
It
fine.
does not.
Just make a new character.
Whatever.
I don't know. I kind of figured that might be something they would throw in, but I don't know. At the same time, it's not a deal
I
breaker.
think on
but-
PC there's a certain way you can port it over, but that's only on PC. I can't remember.
Nope, here I go, wasting another 100 hours of my life again.
Right? Oh, it's so
Oh,
amazing.
is it
really
It's
a
not
waste,
wasted.
though?
More than that.
And
not wasted.
winter is coming, so you know what that means.
When it snows,
We play Skyrim, yes.
We play Skyrim.
We
yeah.
play
So,
Skyrim when it
um,
snows.
I haven't done mods yet. I'm gonna make a new character probably soon, actually. And I want to throw on as many mods as I can just to see what it's like. I know Pat actually downloaded some mods on my Xbox, so he's already got me a good
Yeah.
setup of the
They're
graphic
good ones.
mods.
They're good ones. I promise.
So I'm super excited for that. I actually got Titanfall 2. And just kind of disclaimer,
I want it.
Recommend that.
I got that for free. I did say I wouldn't fucking buy it, and I didn't, but I have it now
I want it.
through my ways. But Titanfall 2 is fucking awesome so far. I don't know if it's going to have longevity that the first one lacked. I don't know if this one's going to have that. This is a full campaign, though, which is kind of cool. So we'll have to see if that's any good. The reviews are amazing for Titanfall. So we'll have to see how that works. I'm digging it so far. More Battlefield I played.
Of course.
I think that's it. I didn't play any Rocket League or Siege this week. Because Skyrim.
You played some Battlefield 1.
Yeah, Battlefield 1.
Yeah.
I
You mentioned
didn't play any ESO either, but I think I'm going to get back on that this weekend and next week.
Well, you had Skyrim, so.
But that's
Right,
less
yeah.
time for Skyrim.
Well, after a while, I can branch out and try some new things. Yeah, so. I've had like 30 some hours, I think, already in just like 4 or 5 days. I'm so happy right
Oh,
now.
but Skyrim
My
is
name is
space.
Logan, and I have a problem.
So happy.
Hi, Logan.
Yep.
Hi,
Yeah.
Logan.
So that is it for me. The trick.
Patrick.
Patricio.
That's a new one. Patrick. I remember.
Patrick.
What have I been playing? Well, technically, I've been playing Skyrim. I have not been playing my own version of Skyrim.
Right.
I asked
Close enough.
the podcast guy if I could make a character on his account, and since I don't care about achievements, at least I didn't want to ruin your point.
Yeah,
getting
mods
achievements.
take away achievements.
Mods do
think we
get
talked
take
about
away
that last week.
achievements, but the ones that I've gotten so far have been mainly either immersion based or graphically based.
Hmm.
Like I've done like 2 little fun ones, but not in a like cheating way. Like one of them that I got was the Dwarven containment box, which I purposely did not see where he put it in the game, and when you're like exploring the ruins.
Oh wait, is that the thing that you were telling me about this the other day? That's the thing where you don't have to go like physically to your house to go store stuff.
So basically, you pick up this box, and when you activate it in your inventory, it transports you inside of it, and it's your own little like personal
Like a
home.
locker, pretty much. Or
Pretty
something.
much, yeah. So you can put all your rare stuff in it, and so it basically allows you to have a home
Without needing
A
without
mobile
having to
home.
go- Yeah, it's a mobile home. Yeah,
You can
It's a trailer park.
you can have a double wide trailer in your inventory.
pretty much. Yeah, but I mean, the small stuff I've gotten is adding more people on the road. There's one I got where instead of making the roads so empty all the time while you're playing, that you just have extra people, like just random NPCs that they put with the mod in, whether it's adventurers or thieves, assassins, merchants, all that stuff. There's also another one that I got where it takes away the loading screens when you're entering main gates in the city, which Disco. I figured maybe you would find that at least a little cool for a mod.
Yeah.
Because it was really annoying. It's like the game itself is already pre-rendered, right? So it's like, oh look, I can see Whiterun, which is this main city. I can see inside of the city from this distance. But then for some reason, when you go to the main gate and you click open, like there's a loading screen. This mod, it's like not even 5 megabytes, and it just takes away the loading screen. So it's like,
That's really cool.
guess what? I'm opening the main gate of the city, and I walk. If you go into buildings, I understand because it's generating a new area inside. But when it's already pre-rendered like that, that was a cool mod to the point to give you a little bit more immersion effect.
See, that was like one of the things that annoyed me when I played Skyrim at first. Like, do you really need an entire loading screen just to open the gate to the city? Like, it kills the pacing. I think.
Destroy the pacing.
Yeah.
Another one that was fun, immersion and graphically wise, was during the weather effects. It's called Cold and Wet is the name of it, and basically when it's raining, don't you do it. When it's raining, you'll see like water dripping off your armor, and then when it's snowing, if you stop moving, or if you're in combat, and you haven't been running around a while, like the snow accumulates on your armor, so it actually looks like you're being snowed on the entire time. Yeah, I mean, there's just cool, fun stuff like that kind of like puts you more into the story.
But why did the mods take away achievements though?
Because basically the reason why is they figured that somebody, and you could easily do it, where some guy would create a mod hack-wise that you would be able to platinum the game instantaneously.
Oh yeah,
without doing all achievements. There's already a mod on there that I saw where you can buy a ring, just one ring for a character for 200 gold, which is like nothing, and it gives you 1,000 extra carrying space.
Oh my god!
And that's just the mod, And then you could buy another one that gives you 10,000 extra experience, so like you would never have to stop picking shit up the entire time. God damn it. But besides bumming off Logan Skyrim, thank you by the way, sir.
No problem.
All the way through. I'm loving it.
Not cool.
Pretty amazing.
I've been playing Fallout, obviously.
Really?
Still
You
working.
went back into it?
Oh, I've been playing my Mechanist character, my robot
Nice.
hardcore character, yeah. Also I said it last week and I finally finished it this week. The final chapter of King's Quest came out.
Yes.
And so I finished that gameplay. And because I shit on season passes all the time, but if you would have bought the season pass, I actually get an epilogue chapter if you had the season pass, which is for free, technically, when you get the entire season pass. So I'm excited to play that all the way through. We're breaking the podcast. We're going to talk about King's
There's
Quest.
a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
What just happened?
I don't know.
I'm sorry, I tried to cough and I farted.
I totally missed that.
But yeah, no, okay, no. Yeah. back on
Oh
track
my
with King's
God.
Quest.
Edit that out.
Oh my god.
No, leave it.
We can leave that in. That's fine.
I want them to see.
But
Look away, child.
so okay, so
Look away.
So is that only available if you buy the season pass though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a special for getting it early.
That's
for
kinda
the
cool,
fans
man.
and
I mean,
everything.
that's-
I can understand. I'm sure they'll bring it out as a DLC. You know what
Yeah.
I'm talking about? Because remember when they did Assassin's Creed? What was the one in London? Liberty
Syndicate.
or Syndicate?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Syndicate. Yeah.
And the
yeah.
Jack the Ripper was only available for the season pass, and
Yes.
now you can download it. You know,
See,
right now if
they,
you
they,
want.
do, they do that initially to get people like they forego doing that as a standalone download to get people to buy the extra money, like
Yeah.
because or buy the extra stuff. Extra.
Oh
content.
yeah,
It's
kind of like the Modern Warfare remaster.
Shut your face!
Hmm.
Shut your face.
Anything else, Patrick?
Yes, one final one I was gonna say.
do you got?
Obviously, because it's my favorite video game ever, I'm still continuing on my annual Xenogears.
Woo!
play right now. I'm up to level like 20 right now. I'm in Av. I'm getting ready to save Maria for all the like 2 people.
I know
that
some of these
maybe
words.
know what I'm talking about. Been training my death blows, got all that shit down, got all the gear upgrades. I'm ready to go.
Nice.
Again, I know some of these words.
And again, and the worst part is I'm like not even a 16th of the way through like the game.
No, that's
yet.
okay.
It's
How
a big
care less.
RPG. It's fun.
how many hours on average would you say that like would one playthrough would take if you were to?
60 to 70, depending on
Okay,
if you
that's-
grind out like I've been doing, because I know now how to get the special skills like early on in the game. And
That's kind of what I was expecting.
If you're just playing it legitly all the way through without going
and do
and
side
doing all the
quests.
side quests, I would say 40 to 50.
Still, I mean that's a lot. That's a lot of time. But, no,
Okay, the boss fights in that game are hard.
Yeah.
Especially as you get to like the end of disc 1, like the boss fights become ridiculous hard. Especially if you just walk in, you're like, oh, like there's just one boss fight, and I told you about this where you start the fight and you go down to 1 HP.
yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. That's just the mechanics of the boss fight. And when I first did it, I did not know that was going to happen, so obviously I lost.
Yeah.
I had to go back to a previous save file to buy the gear regenerating
Was
like
it close?
HP.
Was it close to that boss fight at least?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. There's
yeah, that's good.
there's a merchant just right outside
That's
that you
good,
can
that's
buy
good
the
to know.
parts from. But you walk into that fight not expecting it to happen, and so you're like, oh, well, fuck me. I guess I'm not gonna win this fight right now.
That's
So
insane.
yeah, and even after I did it, I didn't win the first time after I got that gear either. I had to learn the boss's mechanics and all that shit. So, I mean, that's the way RPGs were back in the day, though.
Right.
Like, very heavy, mechanic.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I gotcha.
anyway,
Sean,
Flanagan.
Flirting.
Huh? What?
Yeah. It's your turn to
What's
talk.
been playing?
I was distracted by things.
Right.
What have I been playing? Rocket League. Surprising nobody ever. It's kind of a thing that I do.
That's what I do. I play Rocket League and I do things.
Boo.
I
Boo, Leslie, no. Boo.
What?
Other than that, I got maybe a couple hours of Skyrim in. It's about all I've had to dedicate to Skyrim this week.
A couple?
I
Couple
haven't had the time to play it. I will be putting,
Blasphemer.
I will be putting lots of hours into that game.
You're a disappointment to your entire species.
I know.
If you are playing, anytime they get on Xbox Live and I see you playing the Modern Warfare remaster over Skyrim, I'm going to throw stones at you.
Well, you better not look at my activity feed in the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Me and
God.
Sean are going to be 2 peas in a pod.
Well, you know what, Sean? I just farted and I hope you smell it.
Eh.
So,
I
That's
mean,
gonna
I could
smell.
go pick up the Modern Warfare remaster right now, but
Fine,
I-
fucking leave.
and I love
see yourself out.
Yeah.
I
you
love
should
that I
probably
call
go.
it the Modern Warfare remaster because I won't even acknowledge Infinite Warfare, even though I just did. Fuck.
There's another game with it?
What? Yeah.
Your $80 Call of Duty remastered.
Yeah.
It's COD
Yeah,
4, man.
Fucking absurd.
Everybody
I would pay-
loves paying $80 for a game they already owned and played.
Yeah.
I will
Says
pay-
the one that Skyrim remastered is no different.
Yeah, I mean,
It's Call of Duty 4.
I'm
with
getting-
a pretty-
wouldn't that like
I'm triggering.
go with what I said? I
I'm
think that would.
triggered. I'm triggered. Stop it. You're triggering.
Anything else, Sean?
God
Stop farting, Josh.
I can't help it.
Um,
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my supervisor.
I think that pretty much covers it. I downloaded what's the games with gold for Xbox One?
Worthless.
Which one is it right now, actually?
They
I
were
don't know.
actually terrible this month.
What was it? I have it downloaded.
There was a
thought
dungeon
one of
crawler
them was
that actually
good.
looked
Yeah,
pretty
It
decent.
was like
It was like
Bash Bros or
I
Except-
downloaded it. Is it
something
bad?
like that.
It's like a kiddie version of Diablo. Looks like. That's what I can gather from the
Oh,
screenshots.
one of them, it might be the end of the month, is a Murdered Soul Suspect, which is just a kind of a cool mystery game.
That game does look cool. I want to try that.
I mean,
out.
it's pretty slow paced, just a lot of story, so it's not.
But I like those games. I mean,
Yeah.
we talked about like LA Noire last week.
I played probably half of it, and I enjoyed it. It was cool. So
What I'm
Wait,
looking-
LA Noire or Murder?
no, I thought Eleanor sucked.
Oh, come on.
Murdered
What?
Soul Suspect is good. Yeah, Eleanor.
Pat from out of nowhere.
Eleanor was a joke.
Pat from right field.
Ellie Wire was awesome.
I
I heard
love
really
LA
good things about that
Love
game.
that
I love
game.
LA
I
Noire.
liked it.
Skip it.
I think it was
It's
amazing.
boring.
That was an
I
amazing
love
game.
that
Didn't
game.
like it. I don't know.
You couldn't run over people in your car. That was kind of disappointing.
It's not GTA, for fuck's sake.
Worth triggered.
I am triggered. Because I hate people that were like, that game sucks. You can't even shoot people. Get out of your car and run them over.
Are
Because
you going to be disappointed if you can't run people over in your horse in Red Dead Redemption 2?
You probably can
I would.
actually.
I
I
hope
d-
you can.
I would be
as long as I can tie damsels in distress to railroad tracks and watch the train run them over, and then be like,
You don't have the correct mustache for such deeds.
I don't have any mustache. Thank
No.
you very much.
Exactly. That's my point.
But still, like I want to tie them to the railroad tracks and wait for someone to come rescue them, and then just watch the train run them over, and then just laugh because that's worth the money to me.
in game or in real life.
Well, I mean, I won't talk about what I do on Saturday nights.
Uh,
Anything else, Sean?
No, not to speak of, but I will say I'm excited for November. I think it's the 5th. Yeah.
29th?
No. What's that? Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, they're excited.
They got boners.
Yeah, but who the fuck cares?
Instant erection.
I kind of care. I want to pick it up.
But what I'm looking
Yes.
forward to on November 15th is Blood Dragon
Ooh.
comes out on backwards compatibility on Xbox Live Games with
That's
Gold.
Yeah.
correct.
is-
That is correct.
Is that true? I thought that it
Yes.
was just free for the month.
No, it's Games
No,
with
that's
Gold
it, that's-
November 15th.
Yep, that's a Games with Gold.
I already have the game.
That's
but
the
still.
second 360 title next to Return to Monkey Island.
Yep, I'll be downloading that as well.
Mm.
I've
The
heard those.
RPG.
I've heard
I
those
thought
games are
Monkey
good.
Island was this month, or is this?
It is.
another
Yeah,
one?
actually, yeah. I
It's-
did
it's
see
right
that.
now.
It's right now. Yep.
I've heard a lot of people talk about those games, but it looks intriguing, but it
It's-
doesn't really look like something I would.
Is
Well,
Tim Curry still a voice actor in that game?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Is it an RPG?
It's.
I think so.
I think it's kind of an homage to the original Monkey Island game, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. You know. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'll check it out.
We'll check it out. Yeah.
Look it
yeah.
up,
Josh.
Josh.
Clear your throat.
Try not to cough and fart again.
I'll do my best. So this
God, I can
week,
smell it from here, actually.
Yeah, I'm fucking sitting
What did
right
you
next to
eat?
him. How do you,
you know,
think I feel?
it's not as bad as the protein farts that I had when I was on my protein diet. You remember those days,
Oh
right?
God.
Like
Oh,
I
God.
actually cleared an entire room. Pat didn't go back into his room for at least 30 minutes. It was pretty bad. But anyway, on to video games. So this week, it's been let me see, what did I play this week? Skyrim. Let me think. Skyrim and
Rocket League, then more Skyrim.
Rocket League, more Skyrim.
Yeah.
Skyrim.
You mean you're a photography simulator?
You mean Photography Simulator 2016? Yes, Sean is correct. I've taken over 77 screenshots.
And most of them are pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are pretty legit.
See,
actually,
I love how you said over 77, but 77 is such a specific number to add over to something.
because
like
I took one more today this afternoon when I saw that I had 77 captures. So technically 78 captures is over 77.
So why didn't you just say 78?
because I hate you. That's why. So I took over 77 captures. That doesn't include video for Skyrim. I am having a fucking blast. I literally want to live in Skyrim Special Edition and never come out.
You should tell the people about your video that you post, or the video that you captured while you're taking picture or screenshots.
Okay, so like I'm so this is just one of the many cool things about Skyrim is that no person will experience Skyrim in the same way twice. I bought the game on release when it came out in 2011, and I only put like 100 hours into it. So like with the special edition, I was hoping to put in more.
Oh Jesus!
Only 100 hours.
Only 100 hours. So, like, I'm just sitting there and I'm ready to do my photography simulator stuff when all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this dragon just comes, like, within inches of my head. No warning music, nothing. The dragon just comes out of nowhere, and I literally screamed like a schoolgirl. It literally like almost made my heart explode. It was crazy. Logan
Did you
was
just
there.
screenshot?
No, I actually recorded video of it.
Oh,
so
Okay, good.
my gamer tag is FFG space mustachio. So if you kind of want to get a feeling for like, you know, the things that give me the heart stops and flip heck, then you'll then
Flip
go
heck. Don't do an up sneak. You almost gave me a heart stop.
Exactly. So if you want to see the kind of things that make my heart explode, then yeah, add me on Xbox Live and
Beautiful looking
see that
game.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally like 77 screenshots, and I put a lot of work into them. Like they actually look really good. So
You can also see
unlike some people at this table that don't think that the new Skyrim looks good,
We'll
which
get
they're
to
entirely
that.
wrong
Yeah.
for.
We were gonna skip over that entire conversation. I'm
I-
gonna keep bringing it up. We agreed
Anyway,
we weren't gonna
anyway,
talk
I
about
just wanted to cough. I'm sorry. So anyway, as far as mods go, the mod selection is great. I've favorited over 70 mods now. I've favorited over 70 different mods that I want to try.
Not over 77.
Not over 77, just over 70. I'm keeping a very specific number on this, Sean. So keep up. So the latest mods that I definitely want to try are the Shia LaBeouf replacement shouts. So there is a mod that replaces all of the dragon shouts with Shia LaBeouf's Do It speech. I'm really excited to try that. I'm also excited to try the shout that rains trains, literally like locomotive trains out of the sky that cause damage.
like Thomas the tank engine.
No, not quite that specific. They're basically just like old model trains. So and they just rain down everywhere and cause damage and explode.
I think okay. Little side note here. I think the funniest mod I've ever seen for something like that was for GTA 5 on PC. There was a mod you can download that would literally make it rain whales. Like
That sounds incredible.
it rained like giant blue whales all over Los Santos when it rained. It was fucking the funniest shit I've ever seen.
That sounds insanely awesome. So like Pat, I love the immersion mods. Pat usually goes for the immersion mods, and I'm cool with that. And I am excited to try the graphical update mods for this latest version of Skyrim, but like I just love the cheap mods. I just love the silliness mods.
Oh no, trust me, I'll play with that
I'm just-
too.
yeah,
But my
I'm just-
first playthrough, I want to go for like legit.
Oh, totally. But like I'm still trying to get achievements, so I haven't actually I haven't put any mods on a save file just yet. There is one more mod that I am super excited to try out that I want to tell you guys about, and it's okay. So I don't know if any of you remember the mission in the Dark Brotherhood where you poison that apple and actually give it to someone, and they're supposed to die from it. This particular modder wrote it into lore that this poison became so strong that anyone that touches the apple dies, except for the main character, of course. So, like, you can kill any NPC by throwing an apple at them.
What?
This includes dragons. So
Whoa.
literally, like, you just grab a bunch of apples and you just throw them at people and they instantly die. So,
Interesting.
yeah, exactly.
Fusro Apple.
Fusro apple.
First
So-
Gala.
I just want to say that Skyrim.
Fusro Granny Smith.
God damn it, you beat me to it!
Ah!
Fusro Honeycrisp.
Oh, god damn it.
Fusro Golden Delicious.
See yourself out.
You know a lot of apple types, sport.
I do. I used to work at Whole Foods, so.
Fusro
fuck you.
Jonathan.
Huh?
Jonathan app.
Oh, I forgot about that
Yeah.
one. Fusro Pink Lady.
God damn it.
Alright, we're done.
I know
Okay, we're
some of
done.
these
We're done.
words.
We're done
I
with
know
the
some
with
of
the
these
apple
words.
types.
Skyrim Special Edition is absolutely amazing.
Fusro Red Delicious.
Love it.
I absolutely love it. To me, it's just as exciting to play as it was almost 6 years ago. So basically, Skyrim has been it this week for me. So what about you, Earth?
I played some Battlefield 1 because I can't stop. I just can't put it down. It's a little consumed my life. I have a problem. Not really. But then I played some Siege last night. I got back on Mass Effect 3 for a little bit because I wanted to just progress in my game. I didn't get too far, but
What is Mass Effect?
It's not Skyrim.
it's not Skyrim.
Not Skyrim.
It's better than Skyrim.
It's Space Skyrim.
That is a fucking lie.
That is a bold claim,
That's a-
and I'm sticking to it.
That's a fucking lie.
Skyrim in space.
Space.
That's a fucking
No.
lie. Logan, did you just hear what Worth said?
Who's
He
worth?
said he. Oh,
I don't know who Worth is.
Oh, God damn it.
Who's this person?
Shots fucking fine.
I
I
prob-
think
I probably
Zelda's
hate
better
him.
than Skyrim.
There you go. See, everybody's got their opinions,
So
man.
now
I think
I
I
that's-
can't really argue that.
It's weird I live alone all of a sudden. Now.
Yeah.
I'm saying Skyrim is one game. Zelda is a series.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
Mass
It's
Effect
an
is a
Elder
series.
Scrolls game, so Elder Scrolls is also a series.
I love you.
Patrick!
I
That
love
is-
you.
that is
Don't
true,
worry.
actually.
I love you. You know how much I like
You do have a
Skyrim.
point. You do have a point.
Skyrim's not better than Zelda. I can agree with that.
Xenogears is better than everything, so I'll always say it doesn't matter.
And then I played this platformer game called So Many Me.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that the one where you like have
Like,
kids
Dude, yeah,
popping
like
out all
that
the time?
game is so hard.
it is hard. It's extremely hard. But
I played that game when they released it for free and everything.
yeah,
It is so difficult.
it is extremely difficult. Like even like I love the mechanics of it.
We woke you up. That was good.
I love the mechanics of it though, because like you basically like find little duplicates of yourselves and you can use them to create new platforms to jump on and use it to like make little like move combos.
Was it the one we were playing earlier?
Yeah, we were playing here the
That
other
you
night.
like platformed for like 6 hours.
I could not put it down.
It
I was
wasn't
like
6 hours,
it,
but
it wasn't 6 hours.
It
but,
felt like 6 hours.
It was
Josh's
so fucking
posts were
addicting.
perfect. Like Worth is literally the worst platform
Like
game.
I suck at platformers, but like I couldn't stop.
No, isn't that-
I was so bad.
Josh, how triggered are you right now?
It's beyond bad.
It's
It's
terrible.
literally like watching an inbred child from Council Bluffs trying to read. It's
That's called Council Bluffs, Simba. You must never go there.
There goes
Cross it
all our
out.
Council Bluffs listeners.
Oh
Cross that
god.
it's really, really, really
But-
bad. I've seen my 2-year-old niece could play a platformer better than you.
I'm not a platformer. I don't play platform games.
You were
platform
born
games.
with Cod's dick in your mouth, apparently.
I was born with Wow, Jesus Christ.
You play Sonic?
Yeah, I love Sonic.
Sonic's a platform.
I know
That's a
Sonic's a
platformer.
platformer. I know. I grew up on Sonic.
Yeah, you were apparently bad at it.
No, I fucking beat.
Sonic is kind of a platform.
Sonic is an absolute,
Sonic is
absolutely
a
a
platformer.
platformer.
Sonic is
It's
a
a
platformer.
2D platformer.
But no,
Kind of.
but yeah,
What do
like
you mean, kind of?
it
What
is a
else is it?
platformer.
It's just
What-
faster.
It's a
It's
fast-paced
just it's a
platformer.
fast platformer. Let's.
What
Yeah.
what
That was
genre would
fast.
you
No,
classify that
it's
under
a
if it's
fast-
not a
It's a
platformer?
faster platformer,
Okay, so it's a platformer.
but it's faster than
Say
every
it.
other one.
It's a platformer.
There you
Alright?
go.
It's
a
a platformer.
Fast-former.
It's a fast former.
Fast-former.
Fast-formers.
Sonic is its
Gamers
own
say
genre.
It
No.
is nowadays. Yes, Sonic is its own genre.
Yeah, I mean, I hate what Sega's done with Sonic. Oh my god, I just Sonic.
That's another topic entirely.
I am
just
so
keep going.
sad. Just go back to old Sonic.
just
please.
just keep going.
I know, but
Just keep going.
Yeah.
Actually, before you move on, there is an awesomely awesome Sonic game coming out in January 2017.
oh really?
What's it called, Pat? What's the new Sonic game going to be called? It's
Sonic Mania.
Sonic Mania, and
That trailer I showed
it
you. Yeah.
looks awesome.
It's
Okay.
the same guy who did Sonic Generations, and he's bringing back.
I love
like,
Sonic
it's,
Generations.
but it's not going to be. He's not focusing on 3D or any of that bullshit. He's just making a new 2D Sonic game.
Yes, finally.
And
Thank you.
There are going to be a few remastered levels,
Yeah.
but I mean, it literally almost looks like the old Genesis games, just a little smoother. One thing they added was the drop dash, to where
Uh-huh.
instead of having to land and then you remember when it was annoying when you click like down and you move a little bit when
Right.
you're trying to speed up.
Yeah.
Basically, if you're in midair and you click down and spin, it'll just like boom.
You can
just,
spin.
like,
You can spin on
yeah.
the way down.
Yeah, you can just fire off.
Because I remember
when you're in midair.
like in Sonic 2 or whatever, you're tapping that button and you're like kind of like slowly spinning down a little
yeah,
bit.
you have to
but-
stop and then
you
like,
gotta
click
stop-
it again. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it slows down the pacing, but I'm yeah, that's a sweet.
So basically, they're just bringing it like it's just a big like fan service game.
Yeah.
Kind of what it seems
Cool.
like.
That's,
But it
that's what
looks-
they need.
And
because-
you can play as Sonic and Tails and Knuckles.
Good.
All
Yeah.
the way
I
throughout
don't want to play as Amy. I don't want to play as fucking like all the other like bullshit.
I saw
characters.
$10 as the price point going on, and it's gonna have, like I said, remastered levels and new levels into it.
Yeah.
Some new casino levels they showed. There was like a
Oh my
popcorn
god, I'm so
level.
there.
I don't know.
So there.
I like Sonic a lot. I grew up because originally before my grandparents had a Nintendo, and then my cousin had an Super Nintendo, and I had a Sega. So
Yeah.
me and my cousin would trade back and forth all the time. So that's when I got into Final Fantasy and everything. But like originally, I played like Sonic and some Power Rangers fighting game.
I had that game too.
Ooh, was it the fighting game or was it the 2D side scroller?
No, it was the fighting game.
Okay.
Oh, bro.
It was the fighting game where you take on multiple characters and then you get into Zords and then you like do like.
I
fighting
remember
Zords.
I had the
I had NBA Jam.
I had NBA Jam too.
Yeah.
I remember I had the like the Power Rangers movie game, Like the
that
game
was
based
the
on
one I had. Yeah.
that was I know. But I know which one you're talking about. I played that one too. But the one that I actually had as a kid.
Were you fighting on like a street road?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Like almost every fight, unless you were in the Zord.
Yep. Yeah. I had like the licensed Power Rangers movie game. Like, but it was still very fun
with Ivan Ooze.
with Ivan Ooze and yeah. And speaking of that, I'm so excited for the new Power Rangers movie. Like,
Really?
I am. I
Really?
am excited
We
for
saw
it.
the trailer yesterday, and it was really funny
It
because
looks-
everyone
it
in the
looks
theater
really
was
good.
like, "Man."
That's
looks-
not gaming news.
I know it's not gaming news, but
Shut the fuck up.
but I like. But we're talking about Power Rangers. I
Because
just
we
wanna-
saw it yesterday, and the hatred's flowing.
It looks good.
I'm interested in it.
I want to see it.
Yeah.
I totally want to see it, dude. It looks really good.
What
But-
else you been playing?
I think that's about it. Just yeah. So Many Me was kind of my random game that I played this week that I don't really touch up on. But
So many me?
So Many Me. And I played it on your Xbox.
You just said so many you.
So Many Me.
That's not what you said.
I said So Many Me.
No, you said so many you.
We can go back and we have the
Pretty sure he
recording.
said so many
We
you.
have-
We have the recording proof.
For a
It is
t-shirt.
So
recording
many
proof.
me.
I know it is, but he said it wrong.
I said So Many Me.
You absolutely did
I
not.
did not. Okay. And yeah, that's all I've been playing.
You idiot.
You stupid idiot. All right.
Just go.
He already
He
went.
already went.
He already went.
I know he's already went.
No.
I have a question for him via our word to live by. What's your 10 out of 10 game?
It's not even. No.
What?
You're just like, I'm not gonna.
He's like done.
I'm not gonna.
Wrong
Well-
context. Just a joke.
If you have high standards as a 10 out of 10 guarantee, then you probably bought Skyrim Special Edition.
Maybe, but probably not.
Halo 2? Would you say
Fuck
Halo
all
2
of you.
10 out of 10?
Fuck you, Sean.
No.
No.
Halo 2 is up there. If you include just multiplayer, Halo 2 would have been a 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Alright, there you go.
But being
So-
that the campaign was really not very good, can't really go to 10 out of 10.
The campaign was better than 4's campaign.
I don't know. Halo
It
2's campaign was really
was.
not very good.
I thought it was great, personally. I thought it was pretty awesome. I loved every Halo campaign. 4 was great until the ending. The Halo 4 ending disappointed me a lot. It was very anticlimactic. So, I personally thought it was kind of
You
disappointing.
have weird opinions.
I thought it was... no, listen. Like,
It
it
was
just
cool.
ends. It just ends. There's no...
The last fight was kind of disappointing.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
it's that part.
the
where I'm
ending
just
with
like, what the
Cortana
fuck?
was really cool. The last fight was like, quick time. Oh, it's over? Yeah, that was,
Exactly,
that was,
yeah.
That was disappointing. I'll give you that.
Okay.
The
that's
ending
what
kind
I'm
of
talking
story with Cortana and everything, that was cool. Chief coming back, spoilers.
about. Yeah,
But
yeah.
it was
I
cool.
care so much
Yeah,
about
right,
No,
yeah.
I like the Halo. Trust me, I have dug into like the Flood. That's a fucking sweet enemy.
So if you like
I
lore,
love the idea of the Flood.
if you like
Yeah.
lore, Halo has a lot of lore. Holy fuck, there's a
Oh, I
lot of
know.
story
Yeah,
in Halo.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, you can definitely appreciate
Just
that
as a
story.
bad guy or a species, the Flood is terrifying.
Flood's crazy.
It's terrifying.
It was like
Yeah.
just a first-person shooter killing aliens, and like, this is a fucking zombie game. What the fuck? Yeah.
Well, they remind me and I don't want to like compare it, but Dead Space. Like I know they don't take over the human host as much as
they
just-
still
but
do.
it
It's very
kinda does.
similar in that
So
way.
I feel like Dead Space and Halo kind of had the crazy like that. Any alien species that inhabits a host and takes over it and just turns it into something else it's like the movie The Thing. Have you guys ever seen The Thing?
Yes.
No.
Very good movie.
The Thing is.
I saw it.
The Thing is. Oh my god.
Fucking terrifying.
I actually saw. I watched.
Imagine seeing two humans' heads while they're being absorbed by an alien coming together and they're screaming and they're like, "Oh, what are we becoming? We can't stop this."
Did you see the prequel?
Yeah, I've seen all the things.
Oh,
yeah, the
the
original
prequel,
one
yeah.
and
All
new
the
one.
things.
Yeah, the newer prequel, which led up to the events of the first movie. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some terrifying monster design.
Yeah,
That's like
dude.
Silent Hill bullshit.
Dude,
that
The
was in
Thing
that
was-
one. Yeah.
awesome.
Speaking of Silent Hill, that was like probably my favorite video game movie ever made.
Don't trigger me.
Oh, the first Silent Hill movie.
We've already talked about video game movies.
Yeah.
I know it's video game related, but we've already done it.
I was just thinking about Kojima. I'm sorry.
What
Kojima.
is this shenanigans
Silent
about?
Hill PT, bro.
Oh yeah.
Silent Hill
yeah.
PT.
You're right.
God, read a fucking book.
Japan DLC?
So there's not a lot of news this week. It's kind of a slower, just more games releasing, all that stuff.
This is a lot of Skyrim.
But yeah, no, the newest Rainbow Six Siege DLC was, I guess, technically leaked. It's Japanese operators.
I knew about it like months ago.
Is that a new class?
Well, it got leaked months ago. Also, they kind of referenced it here and there. But yeah, they actually showed. I think that what's the names? Do we have the names here? Echo and I don't know how to say that. Hibana
Hibana.
are the
Hibana.
two new operators. One of them looked like he had like some kind of electronic device that you would put somewhere like on a wall or the ground, and his name's Echo. So I don't really know what that would imply for sure.
Technically, the Japanese pronunciation would be Echo, but I don't really know.
You're racist.
Do what?
I said you're a racist.
No, he watches anime. You
No,
son of a
it's-
bitch.
I just-
We all watch anime.
I
here.
took
What are you talking-
Japanese
No,
in
we
high
all watch
school.
anime, no.
I took Japanese in
Oh.
high school, so like
Well, I just want-
I
yeah.
don't know what they're gonna call him. It could be
Yeah.
Echo, it could be Echo. I
Well-
don't really know. My guess is that it would have something to do with some sort of sonar device.
Well, that's what I thought because they already have one guy who can kind of see through walls essentially with pulse.
Mhm.
But I wonder if it'd be
Oh.
like a sound amplifier thing to give you almost a directional where they're coming from, maybe?
I think.
Because he's a defender, I think.
That might be helpful.
Is
Could-
there? Oh, sorry.
No, what?
Are there new maps coming out too, or is it just
Typically,
class?
with every release of the operators, there's one new map added, and this
Okay.
is the fifth one, so this will be the
Cool.
fifth new map, I believe. Do the math right?
Is there anything?
I think it's fourth new map
Is it the
actually.
fourth new map?
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go back and look here in a minute, but
Yeah.
After playing Rainbow Siege for a good amount of time,
yeah.
when it comes to a layout of a map, is there anything that you would like to see, like put in that has not been put in, or something that could be changed?
Some of the maps they don't have as many like I guess rooms, or they're just physically not as big as others. The bigger maps make it more challenging for the defenders and the attackers. The smaller maps, it's a lot easier to narrow your focus, and like if you can just bombard one window or one door, it's just easier.
Is that like the plane level?
Yeah.
Would you consider that a small or a
No,
large
the plane
map?
the
plane
plane's
level's
kind of
pretty good
large actually
size.
because you have the very long hallways and you have like 3 stories, so you can still kind of attack from a lot of directions.
Right.
There's one house level that's
I think
pretty
my
small.
least favorite map on Siege is like that kind of like that training area, like that training, like that, like like it's like a firing range. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh
That's-
yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of like it's just like a house, but it's
It's
just a bunch of rooms. It's a collection of rooms. It's really
Yeah,
no
but
purpose
like
to it.
the rooms are so small. Like it's. I mean, I get why they did it because there's different like scenarios, in like real life scenarios, quote unquote.
There's a lot of
But-
breach points in almost every room.
There
in
are
that building,
like it's such a small room. Like some of the rooms are so small, and there's so many like windows to cover. It makes it like damn near impossible
yeah.
for defenders. Like
Yeah.
Well, the main reason why I asked that in general was just, what do you think? What's your ideal map in that game?
I like the bigger maps that take longer to kind of approach, and because then you have more defense options.
Strategize your
Well, yeah,
defenses
because if
and
you
all that shit,
have
yeah.
this huge area that you have to defend a lot of points from, then you have to spread out your resources a little more. So it's more strategic on where you place your traps, where you place, your wall defenses to stop the breaching. Then as attackers, you have to be like, if we,
It's my favorite moment, by the way, when you see somebody put up a dumb defense and you're like, I'm gonna break that.
yeah, like asshole, I'm trying to walk through here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some really dumb like there's like the build up like 45 seconds or whatever of your getting ready,
Yeah.
and people are like, oh, I'm gonna barricade this wall in the first 10 seconds, even though we all have to run around.
yeah.
And Logan
Fucking
just breaks it
dumbasses. I
down
do.
right in front of their
Like,
faces.
save,
It's
save
like, you are
that
an idiot.
save that for like the last like 15
Yeah,
seconds.
if you're a
of the
castle and
preparation.
you have the wall, like kind of the doorway security things that you can't really shoot through, that's the last thing you do.
Yeah,
It's so simple.
I like
So
that.
the other operator, I think,
Pro
Castle's pretty
tips from
legit,
Logan.
right? I'm level like 81 in Siege.
We should
so
do, like,
yeah.
we should-
He's good at Siege.
None of
If
this
you
matters.
guys like to-
None of this matters
You
if
should
you're
start-
spawn camping, though. Just saying.
It's
That's
kind
what
of
you
hard
need
to
to do.
spawn
It's
camp.
kinda hard to spawn camp
It's
at Siege,
kind of,
though.
it's not hard, but if you are an intelligent attacker, it's pretty easy to kind of know where they're going to be, and watch. But
Right.
If you know the maps
Yeah.
and the spawn points.
Yeah.
then
You need to do a Dovahkiin tips and tricks episode.
Yeah, I was gonna
fucking
say,
should,
Rainbow
dude.
Siege.
I
I
could
think-
be
I
like
think
a
we- I think we
coach
just
for
have-
a
just
pro
found
team.
Top 10 tips and tricks.
I think we just found a new segment, Logan.
Yeah, right. I should
Yeah.
probably do that actually.
Yeah.
There's a lot of really specific kinds of things that you can do in that game to just take, a huge advantage from doing
I
something
will.
so small.
I will say, like after the most recent update where they let you let the attackers have claymore mines. I really haven't used those at all. Like I haven't really found a practical use for.
Dude,
for
Logan
claymore mines.
has.
Yes, Josh has seen some.
Oh really?
So basically, if you are like on a hallway that kind of has there's a couple different doors connecting or whatever, I will specifically put a claymore, kind of beside the door so you can't really see it. I will almost shoot a gun through a certain area and then run around. I'll let them kind of see me, so I will kind of dictate where they'll come from.
So
if
you're
they see
gonna,
me over
you're
here-
like baiting their approach. pretty much.
Basically, yeah, you do that. And also, if you kind of assume that there's going to be an attacker kind of roaming, and you kind of have an idea of, okay, here's the bomb, here's where they'll most likely go, you just throw up a trap. I've got multiple kills with the Claymore.
Really?
You can set them in front of
lot.
windows so people will like jump through a window or a doorway or whatever. There's a lot of uses for those. You don't get a lot of kills, but I've gotten some important kills.
I saw you go through like 3 or 4 matches where you got at least 1, if not 2 or 3 Claymore kills in one.
I did get a
match.
double kill with at least 1 Claymore.
Yeah,
It was
dude, they are
awesome.
very useful.
I just feel like it'd be more practical as a defender gadget, not an offensive gadget.
In a sense, it is kind of a trap, but I like that they didn't though, because it gives the attackers a weird dynamic that if you're defending and you're just running around like a madman, because sometimes people do, they'll just run around to the weirdest place on the map. If they're not paying attention, it's something that makes the defenders be a little more wary of their own surroundings. I like that.
Right. Yeah.
It's
I
just
guess
another,
that
it's
makes-
another
that makes
tactic.
sense.
Yeah, the attackers can use.
I love the idea of that game because I am not. You guys obviously know
You're
I'm
not a shooter player.
Oh,
no,
you don't
I
play
should say-
shooters? You don't play first person
I
shooters
do
on the
not
iPad?
play shooters. I like certain I said Borderlands. I fucking love Borderlands.
Yeah.
Great game. I like Mass Effect multiplayer. I just don't like online like free for all bullshit. I like
Yeah.
team based bullshit. And the more I see Logan play Siege, the more I'm.
I think
getting
you would
into
like it. I think
I
you would like
really
it.
think I would like Siege because it's tactical. And that's what I get into. I don't like being the type of person that like jumps on a map and I'm like, oh, guess what? I died in like
You're-
2 seconds because I don't know where I am or what the map is.
You're
like
Dorito and caffeine charged.
And
trigger
another reason
fingers.
why I've been watching play Battlefield, and Battlefield is pretty awesome too because it's just a big ass map. And
Yeah.
not like taking away from
But-
the immersion of it, but it also adds to that immersion to the point where I'm not gonna die right away. No, I need to team up with my squad
But at the
or
same
the
time-
people that I'm working with.
At the same time, it's Battlefield 1's also very bare bones type of combat. Like you have basic stuff you can use. Like it's not like high end stuff because it's
Well, that's fine.
it's very primitive. It's primitive. I use that term loosely. Primitive.
I
Modern
prefer
Warfare,
to have
yes.
the instances where I die because I made a mistake. Where to the point where guess what? I just spawned and I died. Yeah, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
It's old
and that
school.
and that
Old-
happens in
yeah,
a lot
old
of it,
school.
even to this day, a lot of like first person shooters, but not as much in games like Battlefield and all that shit. It's because they give you the chance to like, no, you know, they want you to go into the game.
Yeah.
You might get unlucky every once in a while, but I can't tell you how many times I've seen my cousins and all that stuff like playing Call of Duty, and they're like, "Oh, I spawned, I'm dead," and they get all pissed
Yeah.
off, and I'm like, "Yeah, well, that's
There-
the
there
game
is-
mechanics.
There have been a few instances in Battlefield 1 where like I just had a bad spawn.
Yeah,
Like, and that
no,
that
you had-
happens.
Yeah, Logan had one today that I
Yeah.
saw.
I
It was a
saw
bad-
Logan have several.
Yeah.
and that's
Several.
unfortunately part of the game. It is, but I'm just saying you have way less instead of just going into a small map. I maybe the big thing I'm saying I enjoy bigger maps.
Mhm.
Take
Yeah,
that to the grave.
Battlefield maps are huge. It's amazing.
I love the maps that like that are on the Italian like countryside, like in
Like out in the mountains and shit.
Oh
it's
god,
awesome
it's
looking.
so good,
Yeah.
so good.
It just makes you feel more like a team instead of like every man for himself. Like I can't tell you how many times I've seen Call of Duty 2 where you know you're supposed to be playing, you know, King of the Hill or fucking whatever,
Yeah.
and everybody is like, my dick is bigger than yours. My dick is bigger than yours. Like everyone.
Why'd you put
wants to
this
get-
perk on?
Guess what? We don't need to worry about team bullshit. But in Battlefield or Battlefront or
Everybody's
Mass
balanced.
Effect multiplayer,
Everybody's balanced.
you have to work together as a team. Josh.
It's a double-edged sword because if you're playing with randoms, especially,
Well, that's what I mean.
oh my god, dude,
randoms will always be that way.
your teammates are just teammates. And what I've noticed in a lot of multiplayer games lately is that your random teammates are just so bad. They're so terrible. It's like they've never played a video game in their life, and so that performance,
You're not wrong.
because you have to rely on teammates, that directly affects your team and like your stats and your accomplishments because your teammates have cancer.
It'll be that back and forth between any shooters in general.
It just seems more prevalent nowadays because they're trying to use the
Humans
connect-
are selfish creatures.
I mean, we are, but developers are pushing the connectivity aspect of, you know, first person of multiplayer games nowadays, where they're just like, cooperate with your friends. Well, if you don't have any friends to play with, then you're gonna have a bad
Fucking
time.
losers.
You guys
Yeah.
kicked
Gonna
ass
have a
today.
bad
It's
time.
because your squad fucking play. I watched a good like 25 minutes of that.
Titanfall?
No.
Oh, it was
Battlefield 1
yeah.
when you were like, you guys were
Yeah.
wrecking.
It was
It's
almost the
because you
opposite.
were working together
Yeah.
the entire time.
Most of the time, yeah, absolutely.
And that was online.
Josh.
He wasn't talking to anyone. No, I get what you're saying. Trust me. Like, you get your randoms, you get your fucking 8-year-old, 12-year-olds. You get your 20
After school noobs.
Well, I'm not just dissing on like younger players. There's
I am.
older players
Christmas
that
noobs.
are fucking
I'm salivating at the thought of
bullshit.
that.
But for a game like that, it gives you that sense of yes, we're working together. Yes, we are doing shit. And
It's
that's
just
what I like. That's,
right.
in a shooter, I can get into that.
in
When it's just like, oh, I'm dead.
the positive
Right.
realm, that's great. But also with that perk comes an equally negative side to it, which Logan experiences a lot. I experience a lot. A lot of people
Like
that play
Rocket League.
multi. Right, exactly.
Rocket League.
Stop it. I'm triggered.
I'm sorry.
Triggered.
You're not that triggered. Come
No,
on.
I'm pretty triggered. Like I think I literally almost exploded a blood vessel in my brain today playing Rocket League. I don't want to talk
But-
about it.
I think there's no the other operator for Siege is the attacker. I read somewhere, we don't have it here in our notes, but it was like has some kind of chemical,
Kibana.
some kind of chemical weapon or something. I don't know. I haven't seen anything about it yet. I think
A chemical weapon?
the icon, it looked like some kind of like ninja throwing star, whatever. So,
What?
I don't know.
That'd be dope.
Yeah,
like
I
a
start fucking chucking
Stun-
throwing stars.
Like a stun grenade or something like
Shurikens.
that?
I have no idea.
Shurikens is the proper term.
Shuriken.
Well,
Naruto
Shuriken.
confirmed
Yeah.
in Rainbow Six.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Sasuke's
You can do
an unlockable
jutsu.
character.
10-10 confirmed in... No, I'm kidding.
Hashtag mic drop. Hashtag
What's
Half-Life
that?
3
What's
confirmed.
Sorry, Disco. I know we don't say that word.
Can I use my Byakugan in Rainbow Six, please?
No, well,
No.
Byakugan, but we don't
I-
say 10-10 around here.
I know none of these words.
Oh my god. Yeah. No. I mean, I don't know. Never mind. I don't know where I was gonna go with that.
I
Great
have
input, Worth.
Yeah.
Love it.
Great input.
I'm
So
super
glad you're
excited.
here.
So I think I kind of I said this a little bit before, but apparently there's going to be. It's rumored that there might be another season pass for Siege instead of releasing an entire new game. So I mean, do you guys think it's a good idea instead of like making an entire new game like Call of Duty where it's just like another one of the same? I'm not done talking, Worth.
Okay. Sorry.
Shut your goddamn mouth.
I thought you.
Sorry. I just like shutting people down.
Bitch!
Bitch.
No, so yeah, Pat, what do you? I mean, I know you don't really play a lot of shooters, but a lot of games have season passes where they have more content. I mean, instead of releasing a new game, is that interesting? I mean,
I'm going to say personally... Sorry.
they already have one season pass, so this is an entire second one.
I'm going to say personally yes. Just because, it's the average joke, and whether people agree with it or not, I considered it. It's like the same game over and over again, just with slight differences to it. So if you're going to put... It's like every Call of Duty's just been a giant DLC, like every single time.
Well, but yeah, they try to release a whole new game for $60, and it's,
Well, I know that, and
more or
there's
less the
different
same,
there's
yeah.
different actors, and different storyline and all that shit going on.
Yeah.
But I feel like if it's gonna be the same game, just with like either running on walls or jetpacks or small different weapons.
Freakishly absurd cyborg dogs that one hit kill you for.
I can see something where they would do like a game and then a couple like season passes or a bunch of DLC like Mass Effect did,
Yeah.
and then guess what? It's been like 2.5 years. Guess what? We're coming out with the next Call of Duty.
Mhm.
Down. It's like my best. I'm gonna bring up some trigger again, Josh. Man, you were getting triggered all night tonight when I say it. Ubisoft.
Prepare yourself.
Since they realized their mistake they did with Mass Effect or Assassin's Creed. Yeah, Assassin's Creed. They did all those mobile games and they did Syndicate and they were doing all that shit. Now they're taking a year off. Like, okay, we're gonna take a fucking break and we're gonna like focus on the story. We're gonna do that shit. And now the next one is the Egypt one that they're
That's
working
confirmed.
on.
That has been confirmed.
Yeah, no, that's
Nice.
that's confirmed.
Nice.
Yeah. They're doing an Egypt Mass Effect, and everybody is super hyped
Well,
about it.
And
You
Egypt
said-
Mass
I think
Effect.
Egypt Mass Effect.
Egypt Mass
Assassin's
Effect.
Creed.
Egypt is as
You were triggering me in all.
I
the
think-
wrong
well,
ways.
all the
Well,
wrong ways.
I also think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the movie's coming out. So like maybe they're trying to like.
And
That is part of it.
It's Spanish
that's-
Inquisition. That's not Mass
but
Effect.
but still, it's.
I know, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I understand that Ubisoft wants to keep the Assassin's Creed brand relevant, and they're doing it through movie form. Which honestly, the movie looks pretty fucking sweet.
It does.
I do understand that they should take a break from it because there was a point where
They were bumping games off like every fucking 4 months.
And I was buying them all. I was
I
buying
know.
all of them.
No, I was.
I bought all of the Assassin's Creed games up until
Did you get any mobile ones?
was it Revelations? Was it
Revelations was the one right before. No, it was before Unity.
Right before 4?
4.
It was right before 4. So I bought everything from Assassin's Creed, the first Assassin's Creed, all the way to Assassin's Creed Revelations. I bought every single title and played
That was
the
Black
fuck.
Flag.
I
okay. Yeah.
played the fuck out of every single title. It just got to the point where I just didn't feel like they were being innovative enough, and they were churning out the same game every year. So I quit.
Yeah.
I quit
Well,
buying
they were
them.
adding like small bullshit to it. Like Black Flag, it's like, look, you can do a ship the entire time, which was kind of cool. You know, it was fun. And then they did Unity, which different timeline, French Revolution, but it's kind of the same. And we know how buggy the fuck
Oh god.
Oh
the,
my
the
God.
The floating brains.
The technical aspects of that game, like the way that they delivered it, was just
well,
unacceptable.
that was just they just wanted to meet a deadline.
Sorry.
All night tonight, we were just derailing off course of every topic.
Huh.
We were just going to just
We're talking Assassin's Creed.
It's everything
No,
we brought
we'll-
up
on
tonight.
the tangent.
Every single,
We'll reel back into the original question.
I'm just
I know.
saying,
It's fine, it's just
the
funny to me.
original.
What was the
original
original question?
See, I know, right?
I remember the original
I
question.
can tell you, the original thing I was talking about is how like companies take a break after a while, and we were talking about Call of Duty.
Yeah.
This is like year.
Yeah,
It's like,
is there
how
any
about we
release?
take a break for a second? Let's figure out our formula. Let's do that shit. And I think, not to trigger again, but I think Ubisoft has kind of like maybe figured that shit out.
Yeah.
We don't know for sure. I'm just saying that they have been listening to the people that are actually
Yeah.
fans of the game. Now, like, okay, we're gonna stop. We're gonna quit putting out all this mobile bullshit and all that stuff. Let's focus on a game. We'll get back to you.
I mean, what Call of Duty did though, or what Activision did, I should say, is like instead because beforehand they were each particular company's game was on a 2-year development cycle. So Infinity Ward would work on one game for 1 year, they would release it. But during the time that they were working on that, Treyarch would be working on the next game to release it the following year. So each company was on a 2-year development cycle, and it got to the point where they wanted to add another developer, which is Sledgehammer now. So now all those games are on a 3-year cycle. But like still, even with that extra year, it doesn't seem like they're really like utilizing that extra time to make something that's really unique and quote unquote groundbreaking.
Well, it's the same as
Like
like
all
the
the fucking-
sports games nowadays.
Yeah, like Madden,
Madden.
UFC, FIFA, like it's all the same shit. And I think even those games are made by the same company, like developer every year, right? I'm assuming. they are.
EA, yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, EA is a publisher, but
Well, you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
overlooks the entire
Yeah.
thing. Nah, it's good.
I think that back to Logan's original statement about DLC, like, and the fact that they're charging just another season pass worth for more content. Honestly, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So if you have a lot of people on your servers enjoying your game, then I mean, why hurry up to release another one when you can just add to the one that you already have? It not only financially makes sense, but it also makes sense as a developer to continuously support the games that you release rather than, oh, well, we have this game and we charged you full price for the game and 2 season passes worth of content, but a year later, don't worry about it.
yeah. Now we're gonna make this completely obsolete.
Right. It
Yeah.
adds to more longevity to your game, and I think Ubisoft is finally starting to kind of catch on to
Which
that.
is what they should have done with Destiny, but they're
Right.
gonna release a Destiny 2.
What?
It-
Oh God!
Wasn't
Hold
that-
on.
wait,
no? I have cancer.
Wasn't that the original plan? Was that Destiny be kind of like a 10-year game?
Originally,
Destiny was Activision. Ubisoft had nothing to do
and
with
Bungie.
Destiny.
and Bungie. Well,
Ubisoft had nothing to do with Destiny.
I know.
But what you're
but
saying
I'm
is it was
but I'm
supposed to
following
be a
along the
continuous
same-
game.
If you weren't my friend, I'd stab you in the face.
Were you just talking about anything real, or were you just yelling? at
No, well, I was
I was
following. I was following along. He said like, that adds more longevity to your game. So like, have your original game. I'll use Destiny as an example. Like, what's the point? Because I mean, they have confirmed they are going to release a Destiny 2.
Yeah.
So what's the point of releasing a completely different game when you can just add on to your original
Right.
to your original game and just like it's almost it's making me like World of Warcraft. You buy Warcraft, you have your base game. You can add all the DLC or expansion packs after that, but it doesn't mean you have to buy an entirely new game. You're just adding extra content. So if they're gonna do that with Siege, I think it's a better decision because you're you're not going to alienate your community, and there's no need for them to buy an extra game.
Well, and their sales the past like month or two have been like the highest they've ever been.
Right.
The player base is at its like peak, at least like within last month.
They've done a really good job promoting it.
Yeah, and so why release a whole new game if people buy everything new when they could just keep people in that same community? So,
Right.
yeah.
Also, at the same time, though, when you're introducing a new game, obviously technology is getting better and better all the time.
Right.
There's also like stipulations
Mhm.
on it. It's like, oh, Destiny 2 on PS4, not on PS3.
Right.
All that bull,
Mhm.
all that shit. It's like World of Warcraft right now. Legion, like what was it? Disco, you said that you weren't able to play Legion originally. On
my
the
new
computer, yeah.
or my old computer
Your
was
old
able to
computer,
run
yeah.
everything up to the last expansion, but Legion for some reason was enough.
Yeah,
to,
they just updated the graphics just enough to where it was just, and that's obviously a part of your video game process.
Mhm.
When it got like
Well,
increasing graphics and all that bullshit.
If there's technology restrictions, then yes, I understand it. I'm just like, yeah, because like,
Well, that's what I'm saying is like,
Yeah.
there's a reason why they don't just, instead of doing one game and 8 million DLCs like
Yeah.
World of Warcraft does, it's like expansion.
Expansion.
They come out with new games, and it's because like consoles are getting better.
I mean
and
that
all that shit.
that I understand though, but like I'm saying, I don't think there's a point to release an entirely new title that is essentially the same game that you had before when the like basically what I'm saying. I don't think there's any point to release a sequel to that game if you're going to keep cranking out DLC for it in the same console generation.
No, and I agree with
Yeah,
that. No,
yeah.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, but if it comes down to technology, like if like PS5, whatever comes out, like if Rainbow Six on PS4 is not going to be compatible with like PlayStation 5, whatever that if it does come out, then I understand that. But there's no point in releasing a sequel to that game when there's a buttload of content already out there for the first game, and so like no need to make the consumer spend extra money that's not necessary.
Siege kind of has its own share of stuff that I feel like it needs to improve upon anyway. Part of that is just kind of like how netcode relates to your commands and making sense of kill cams, making sense of like how when you pulled the trigger and saw blood, like you still somehow got killed even though you shot first. Like just little things like that kind of take me out of the experience more or less. I just feel like that they need to constantly just work. I mean, Siege is a great game overall. I just think that they need to constantly improve upon it before trying to take that formula and move it on to another game more or less. So would you agree with that, Logan?
Yeah, every multiplayer game has that issue. It's gonna exist in everything. But unless you have a really solid advance in your either story or gameplay or mechanics or whatever, you don't really need a sequel. If you have a game like Siege where you can just throw like we have a good thing going, let's just make more content for what people already have and just keep there's no reason to, unless you can really advance something, you don't really need to.
Their sales are up, their player count is up. There's really no reason for them to start
Right.
developing another
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
So.
I mean, I hope they do release another one in the future when they have something new to offer that they can't
Exactly.
add to the current thing.
Exactly, and that's the problem with COD, Assassin's Creed, with every franchise that's been trying to release a new game every year. So,
Speaking of bringing things up, I'm gonna say a word, and Logan might get a little excited. Blizzard apparently maybe leaked that the Necromancer will be coming to Diablo 3.
So don't care about Diablo 3, but Necromancer is cool.
I know you don't care about Diablo 3.
Necromancer's cool.
But the word Necromancer
We-
gives you a hard
we're
time.
excited.
They're not.
just ignore the side of the table that I'm on that's up higher than the rest of the table.
Here's my question. What's the difference between Witch Doctor and Necromancer? Because
You shut your mouth.
I'm being serious. He summons like demons and shit. You
They're
summon like a zombie creature.
Disco.
Like, what's the difference? Is it a hero class? Is it gonna be a new class like Crusader? Like Crusader was legit.
Yeah.
Disco, did you play Diablo 2?
Mhm.
You never played Diablo 2? Okay, so I guess it just relies on my experience.
He was
then.
busy getting laid or something like that.
Unbelievable. So that's like the last game I can remember playing a Necromancer in was Diablo 2.
Yeah.
From what I remember,
If they do it that way, Down.
Exactly.
Down. Yeah.
And do you remember the Necromancer class in
Yes.
Diablo 2?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. No, I
so
played Diablo 2. Yeah.
so you know that it was pretty different from all of the other classes.
You could
What-
technically have like a legit ridiculous amount of minions on it if you spec it correctly.
If you
right?
spec
Yeah.
it correctly,
Yeah.
right, exactly. But I mean, I think that they should leave that intact. Like, there's lots of different things that you could do with the Necromancer class in Diablo 3, especially like with the new mechanics that they have.
Like minions, kamikaze minions.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Fucking no, I'm serious. You could do pretty much whatever you
There's-
wanted to, depending on your spell.
There's lots of things that you can do, and it's an attack support class.
Yeah.
Like, think about that. Like, most support classes are support. Support defense, like keep people alive. An attack support class, I think, would add another variable to the game entirely. So,
Like, just my biggest question is, again, like if they followed the Necromancer in Diablo 2, down, like 100%
Yeah.
down. The only thing I'm questioning is like Witch Doctor kind of has the same feel as a Necromancer because they
There's
summon
similarities.
minions.
There's similarities.
But you
yes.
can only do like a few at a time. Necromancer was well known for being like, "Oh, you died, you're mine. Oh, you died, you're mine.
mine."
Oh, you died, you're mine." Like, and you could just summon. You could have over ridiculous amounts of fucking like minions on the field. It was
That would be
stupid.
amazing.
it depends on how you spec it, though.
Yeah,
It also
yeah,
depends
yeah.
on how you spec the Witch Doctor as well, because Witch Doctor doesn't necessarily mean full support. You know what I mean? It's geared more towards support players, but it's not necessarily like you're a Witch Doctor, so you're support. You could go in like ham with the Witch Doctor.
Yeah, you
if
could go balls to the wall. Yeah.
if you want to, and like that kind of freedom in Diablo is something that they need to preserve as far as character development. So, and I feel like they wouldn't compromise that. My question is like, why now? Like, aren't they in the middle of developing Diablo 4? Like, why would they be releasing this just random piece of content on a game that's several years old?
There's still so much story in
There-
there.
yeah,
Like,
there's
I don't
still-
doubt that people are still playing it. I love Diablo 3. It's fucking amazing. But, like, I just, like, we haven't heard anything about this. That's kind of like why I'm kind of, like, questioning the legitimacy of this entire situation. I don't even know why they would release DLC for a game that's that old if they're developing another Diablo game entirely. My thing would be, like, especially if they're not getting any money out of it. So, if they do...
I think they're actually still making money in that game. I'm pretty sure.
Are they?
I'm pretty sure.
On
they-
Diablo? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. They like. It's definitely a moneymaker for Blizzard.
You guys got numbers here? You
I
guys
can look
got
it up.
numbers?
I'll look. You guys keep talking. I'll look it up here.
I'm sure not as many people are buying it, but it's a good version of an MMO that's not like so much time consuming. It's like,
And-
oh no, guess what? I can just play online for a little bit, or I can play fucking an 8-hour session and get a shit ton of like stuff done.
I'm not disagreeing with that, but what I'm saying is that there are so many video game releases. Our calendars, like the way that we consume content on video game consoles is absurd. There are new games to play every single month. It's just so hard to keep your attention on one game for too long because there's always more stuff coming out. So my assumption here is that if you're like most people, unless you just critically fall in love with that game, you're going to play it for a couple months and then you're going to set it aside for a while. So I just don't see why Blizzard would do this. I hope that they do. My guess is that if they are going to release a piece of content like that, as much as I hate to say it, I think they would charge for it.
Okay.
I think they would charge at least $2 to $3 for it, which I would definitely pay. If it's anything over that much, the game is sold now. There's no reason for them to charge that kind of money. They're for them to charge paid DLC for a game that's that old.
I have some numbers here for you.
Okay.
So spent on development for Diablo 3, Blizzard spent $15 million in development. For Diablo
Holy
3.
fuck! Was that
Um,
really $15 million? That is
$15
crazy.
million in development. And spent
It doesn't
on
even seem like that much money compared to other games. and
It
other
does. It
projects.
doesn't. In the grand scheme of things,
That's
I don't-
actually probably
that's
not. That's
actually
like on a
not-
budget. That's like a
Warcraft
budget
is
game.
like,
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah,
I
you.
can't
okay.
even. I can't even
Spent-
wrap my head around that much money.
Hold on, I'm not done. So projected 10 years worth of server maintenance. Spent on maintenance for 10 years about $350,000. Now they've sold over 20 million copies of the game thus far. grossing income of approximately $1.2 billion.
Holy fuck!
So
it was that successful.
So it's definitely a moneymaker for Blizzard. Like, there's no doubt about that.
Is that console or is that console and PC?
That's collectively.
That's collectively.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
that makes
Okay.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
makes sense.
collectively.
All right.
In your words, I was gonna say when you were like, oh, doing the same stuff over and over again, but making it, bigger and better for the fan service. I have 16 words for you. Skyrim.
Jesus Christ. Which I don't know. Skyrim did that personally. Like I said, I really, really hope that Blizzard does release a piece of DLC like that because I'm playing a Necromancer class in Skyrim right now and I fucking love
Necromancer sounds fun.
I fucking
to bring
love it.
back.
So like I'm definitely on that Necromancer hype train right now. So I hope that they do release a piece of content. I just don't see the logical decision to do that when they haven't released a piece of DLC for this game in so many years.
Logan, you down for Skyrim?
No,
I know.
No.
Are you down for Necromancer?
no, I don't really play.
I'll also
DLC, so
add some extra figures to this. So out of all that money, that there's $129 million in admin expenses, $90 million on sales and marketing expenses for the game. And another $59 million in operating expenses.
This is just a dungeon crawler. Like, it's an amazing dungeon crawler, but like I had no idea that they had put this much money into the game.
But it's gross over $1 billion in sales for the company.
They made their money back.
They made their money back, definitely. It's still making money for them. People still play the game. It's still very popular. So
that would be a logical reason
Yeah.
then. I just hope they do it. I hope they do it, and I hope they don't disappoint anyone.
Yeah.
That's basically all I'm going to say about it. So.
I want to get back in Diablo so bad.
Disco, is there anything you're excited for coming up this year? PT Devs?
As far as video games
Yeah,
go,
Disco, you're the new Sean.
You said a goddamn thing
serious.
for last half hour.
Like Horizon Zero Dawn.
He's
I
cared about
don't
any
have
of these topics.
PS4.
Anything big.
God
God of War.
Don't have PS4.
Playing PS4 games when he can't play them.
You can come over here and play it.
I am very much excited for 15 days from now.
What's that?
Which is
Pokemon Sun and Moon.
Oh, yeah,
Sun,
Sun. Yeah,
Sun and Moon.
I got my moon. Yeah, I gotta go get my moon.
I bought both.
I know
Yes.
you did. I got moon.
Oh God, he's
So do me a favor.
greedy.
Play Sun.
I got
so
one
can
for
change-
half price because of Amazon Prime.
Damn.
Nice.
Are you playing Sun or Moon first?
Moon.
God
first.
damn it, because Moon has the coolest legendary.
He's gonna have two DSs side by side, dual playing them.
Did you see what
I-
they talked about? It's a
I wouldn't
12-hour
put it
difference
past
between
him.
each game.
I heard about that actually.
No matter what you do, like it's a 12-hour difference game time between each game.
As far as anything else this year, no.
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 Didn't think so. I think you kind
Really?
of thought about it before. You're like, meh.
There's nothing else coming out that interests me in
You're-
any way,
you-
shape, or form. Well, that's not totally true. If my PC could play it, I would be excited for Space Hulk Deathwing.
Yes. Oh my god.
Space Hulk Deathwing.
It's
Check
all
some
pretty
videos for
talking
this.
It's
sound.
fucking
it looks
amazing.
crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks
It's a
ridiculous.
Warhammer 40k game.
Okay.
It's like a kind of like
They're mechs, right? It's like they're in their mechs.
kind of yeah.
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 It's called like a Space Hulk.
Hashtag bring back Armored Core.
But
Pretty
basically,
much.
I
some
like
of
the
the
record.
some of the gist of the game is like it's a 4-player co-op type game. Your suit has damage tracking, meaning if like your arm gets damaged too much, you no longer can use your arm.
That's fine.
So say you're using a sword and shield or something like that, and your sword arm goes bad. Well, it looks like you're fighting with a shield for the rest of the fight.
Can you switch out like your gun real quick or anything like that?
No, you're like
Ah.
it's like a
That kind of sounds
class-based
like
thing.
Steel Battalion. Did you ever play,
Armored Core
Yeah.
was the shit back in the day.
Did you ever play Steel Battalion, Disco?
No.
Are you familiar with it?
No.
Okay. Hopefully some people know what that is.
But yeah, it looks interesting. I watched some videos for it. It definitely looks fun. Like combat looks really good, but I can't think of anything else that even
When's the
slightly
last good
catches my
mech
eye.
game that came out?
Armored Core.
Titanfall 2.
Shush.
Titanfall 2.
Armored Core 4.
I'm sorry, Titanfall. Yes, what
Yeah.
came out, but
Well, before that.
man, I
Armored
can't.
Core. Armored Core 4.
Mech Assault on Xbox.
Please,
Xbox.
Mech Assault was
Mech
sweet.
Assault was
Yeah.
awesome.
Did you ever play Mech Warrior back in
I
the
don't
day?
think so.
No.
Please, I can have Armored Core.
I loved Armored Core.
Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
No, that doesn't count.
Dynasty
You're not getting
Warriors
into a
Cup, that's
mech
funny.
and
That does
designing
do
and
count.
destroying-
it's a mech.
It's a mech technically, but it's like guess what? I'm picking a character mech, not actually creating a mech.
They're
with
in
its-
giant robots.
How about-
It's a Dynasty Wars with a different skin on it.
Gurren Log on the video game.
I would love that. That'd be so cool.
Right.
Logan, why don't we round out the last topic here with the
Shut
fact
your
that-
goddamn mouth.
fact
Sorry.
that Mirror's Edge Catalyst is now
Yeah.
coming to the EA Access
Let's
vaults.
also not forget the first Mirror's Edge game. is
And the
coming
Mirror and the
as
first
well.
Mirror's Edge.
Just another reason why EA Access Vault is fucking awesome.
It's worth
It's
the money.
It's there's like 20 some games on it you have access to for what, $30 a
$30
year?
a year.
Discount on
This-
all EA games. I should be paid for this, man. 'cause
This
I-
podcast brought to you by
Dude,
EA
it
Access.
is such a good service though. It's fucking
Hey,
awesome.
I'll gladly get paid by EA. to
There's a
plug EA
ton of
Access.
really good games in the vault. It's fucking awesome.
It's like Netflix, but so much better.
Right.
They,
Yeah,
they
it's,
do have
it's,
a-
che- it's cheaper than Netflix.
they
No, I know.
Yeah.
It is actually.
Yeah, it's much cheaper than Netflix.
They do have good games on EA Access. And I think it's pretty cool that they're putting Catalyst on there. I think that's a good way for them to keep their games relevant.
you know. Or
but-
go ahead. You go ahead. Man.
Well, I was just gonna say that I think they did a good thing by putting the first one out for free on Xbox Games with Gold because the people that have never played Mirror's Edge before, like me, who super dig the game, like that's really good incentive for them to hop on the second one.
Right.
So I did play the alpha for Mirror's Edge Catalyst and I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was honestly the best alpha I've ever played. So
Oh.
it was good.
period. It was the best one I've ever.
Would you
was
say
the
that
best
it
one
was-
I've ever touched?
Alpha.
That was
Can you hear me
really
sighing
bad.
into the
That was
microphone?
really bad.
Can you hear me
Sorry.
sighing?
I was
into the
gonna turn.
microphone?
I was gonna turn both mics
I'm-
down so
You
you.
should mute
Oh,
him.
wait, I was gonna turn both mics down so you could punch him.
I'm
and it
holding
would,
a-
it would not come over.
I'm
the
actually
mic.
I'm
Very
actually
tight.
holding a knife right now.
Yeah.
Oh
There's
my
actually a
God.
set of pliers. So
Just
that's not
just
nice.
just stop.
Oh, there's a knife in there.
Oh, is
Stop.
there a knife in there?
There's definitely a knife in here.
Well, shit.
There's multiple sharp objects in this little pocket tool. Whose pocket tool is this anyway? Is this Sean's?
Mine.
Oh, it's yours.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just remember the pact of friendly fire at all of our funerals.
Right.
Yeah, that's something that also the audience will never know about.
Right.
That's cool though.
There's
Mirror's
lots
Edge
of
and
things you'll
everything.
never know about.
I haven't seen what PlayStations are right now. I know one of them is
No,
called.
Oh,
we're,
it's
no,
garbage.
We're talking about different things. The games
Garbage.
with gold
Garbage.
is not the EA access.
It doesn't
games
matter.
with
Yeah.
gold are different. This
Play-
way.
Those are two completely different things.
PlayStation Plus's free games next month are garbage anyway, so don't worry about it.
There's one other thing of news. Not really news. I just saw the Game Informer review for Infinite Warfare gave it a 9 out of 10.
Of
That's-
course
that's-
it did.
that's-
Of course it
That's
did.
based off the single player, multiplayer, and the zombies. Yeah, so it's good.
I mean,
I don't believe it, but
I mean, I'm curious to try the zombies, but that's about it. Like
zombies has been garbage since World War.
Yes, it has been garbage
Whatever.
since World War
It's-
Me and
There's,
Disco
there's
agree.
no.
I would say since Black Ops
Since
it's been
World at
garbage.
War.
There's-
Black Ops 1
No.
zombies was pretty good.
No,
No, it wasn't.
they added too much even for that game.
there's
even the base ones. I think those are the ones that came with the game I thought were pretty good. Josh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
there is no modern shooter that equates that kind of rating, in my opinion. Can you guys think of one modern shooter that's come out in the last 2 years that deserves a 9 out of 10?
Battlefield 1.
Really deserves it.
I haven't
Think
played the
about
single
this.
player, but maybe.
Ocarina of Time got a 10 out of 10. Think about that. Like you're saving 8s, 9s, and 10s for
It's a
games that
different time.
really
Like,
made.
So
No, doesn't matter.
no.
Doesn't matter.
No, it's
This
a
is
different
going down a
place,
really.
yeah.
This is going to a really a big conversation.
And-
We've kind of talked about before.
Oh,
But you can't really. No, you're fine. But you can't really hold the same score up to these, classic amazing games because you
Yeah.
kind of do have to compare a time period for a game with other time period games.
Yeah.
You can't really say Zelda was this or whatever,
Like-
and Call of Duty's this. They're too far removed to compare scores.
And
to.
look at all the reviews that GoldenEye got when it was released. Like that
Yeah.
it got Game of the Year.
You go back and play it now.
Yeah.
It's a horrible.
It's
dumpster
horrible.
fire.
It's
Oh
a
God
bad-
damn.
so
Whatever.
bad.
I still love GoldenEye 007, so fuck
No,
all
it's
of you.
amazing.
It's
No,
good.
it's a fun game.
But-
It's
No,
fun.
it's not.
It's
Yes,
fun.
it is.
I don't
It's a
remember
great
that.
game.
No,
It's
your
a
your
I
great
remember
memories.
going back and playing it and going, why can't I move my fucking cursor around?
Yeah.
You just gotta hold the R button, bro. You
Just
just gotta
play
hold the
as
R
Odd
button.
Job. That's all you
Yeah,
gotta
too
do.
bad you're playing Odd Job and you're just karate chopping us for
Right in the
fucking
dick.
ever.
But honestly, and that's fine if you want to hold it to that standard, but as a 8, 9, or 10 out of 10 game, in your specific genre as a shooter, it needs to set a precedent for other shooters to follow. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Like, it doesn't need to be the same game that's been released for the last fucking, like, 5 or 6 years. Like, that to me does not deserve... Just because it's mechanically solid does not mean that it deserves a 9 out of 10.
That's why
garbage.
Ocarina of Time got a 10 out of 10 at the time it came out, because it was a perfect game for its time.
Can any of you name a fucking perfect game for this time? That's a first-person shooter.
Well, it's your opinion, so it's not really.
Well, I'm just asking. I'm asking. Can any of you name one?
I don't think it's any.
Name
The
it.
9 out of 10 isn't perfect either, so they
I don't
said
think
it's
it's
very
any-
good.
It's 90% perfect.
I don't
is
think there's any
basically
such
what
thing
they're
as a
saying.
perfect game.
There are very few games I can give a 10 out of 10.
They're saying
I
it's-
personally can't give Ocarina of Time a 10 out of 10. A lot of people would disagree
Well,
with that.
get
with
out!
me. I know.
Well,
I'm just saying it's not a 10 out of 10 for me.
I also
but-
don't think that they're taking this Call of Duty and they're comparing it to every other shooter ever. They're saying this game as an individual unit or whatever it is this good on a scale of 1 to 10.
Right.
They're not saying this is reinventing the genre.
I
They're
mean,
saying like
and
this
we-
game is solid
it's-
in this way.
and we
Yeah,
kind of
The
talk,
system is flawed.
It absolutely is. We've
That's-
talked
I mean,
about that
that's
too.
what- that's
yeah.
like-
A
guess-
9 out of 10 should be a game that damn near every single person would want to play.
That's
Or-
kind of
yeah.
what I'm driving at here.
And that- and
So-
we kind of talked about this earlier this week, and like, you know, if we're on the subject of like Call of Duty, I do specifically remember that when Ghost was released, that game was getting extremely mediocre reviews. Like it was getting like 6 out of 10, like 75, like 75%.
terrible
so-
game.
Like it was, yeah, it was pretty bad in the grand scheme of things. But and this is from like IGN and companies like that. Like these guys were shitting on this title, but people were still picking it up just because of the namesake. But I don't know.
Well, you would do what the majority would do. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like if Activision is paying other people like IGN, who is officially admitted to taking money to review games better, then you know what I mean? It's like you're not going to be the only person that's going to review a 9 out of 10, and everybody else is rating it a 5 out of 10. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that makes your site look not credible.
That's what I'm saying.
So-
Like even IGN was shitting on that game at the time.
Well, of course they were.
Yeah.
My last point I'm putting out this entire podcast is my biggest, most hyped game right now, and you're gonna look at me really mad when I say this. I am very excited for Final Fantasy 15. But you know what I'm more excited for? I'm not being serious about this. Because I want a new IP. I want a new gaming
Don't
like
destroy
not
my
franchise.
erection.
No,
Don't destroy my erection.
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Okay, that's
Yes.
I mean, that's good, but you should
It's
be more
very-
excited about that than Final Fantasy 15.
I know, I love Final Fantasy, you know that. But I'm excited to see, yes, they're borrowing gameplay mechanics from a lot of, other games, but a new storyline, kind of new aspects.
Are you being paid by Guerrilla Games? Could you bring
No,
up this
I'm
game
not
like
being
every other
paid.
podcast you bring it up?
yeah.
He's gonna mute me. No, Pat, don't do it.
No, I'm turning me down. It's what I'm doing. No, I apologize. No, I'm serious though. Who isn't excited for a new a new game in general?
It's an interesting idea. Very interesting idea. And I'm
Instead
very
of like
excited to
having
see it.
remake. All right, Disco, what do you got to destroy my dreams for?
I just wanted to mention that Metacritic has Infinite Warfare at a 78, 33 minutes before release.
What?
It's not great, but it's not bad.
I mean,
Metacritic.
78 is not a terrible review, though.
You trust
Like, it's-
Metacritic?
I
It's
fully
an-
trust Metacritic.
It's just what everybody else says. So
It's
That-
the,
that's
it's
what-
like
it's-
it's
that's
that's
basically
like killing
Collaboration
Messenger saying,
of
you know.
It's
everything.
user
user
reviews.
it's basically a collection of all reviews.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I mean, 78's not a terrible score. Like, it's...
78 is pretty high.
78
for a fucking
is-
Metacritic.
Yeah.
78 is about probably what it should be rated.
Yeah.
If it at least performs well.
I'm just saying I'm excited in general. Originally, what I was talking about, but just for a new game,
Yeah.
like remakes, sequels, all that bullshit. Yes, I'm excited for all those things. But a new game
Completely.
franchise, even Final Fantasy 15, which technically is a new game, but it's a continuation.
Right.
And out for it. But anyway, I think we got NebCon to
To prepare for.
prepare
Tomorrow.
for. Yes,
And we will have...
we talked about it.
Prepare your livers.
Prepare your livers. We're going to be bad. It's going to be a sloppy mess set by come Sunday evening.
That's the anime convention in town.
So
yeah.
if you listen, yes, we talked about it. Anime Nebraska.
2016. New venue this year. And we're going to... We're doing a mini pod? An off-topic pod this year again? Like we did last year?
We should. I don't
Yeah.
see why not.
Might
Why
as
not?
well.
Why wouldn't we?
All
Keep the trend going.
Do you not?
Do you not? All right, but are we at time this week?
Yeah,
Podcast
we're
guy?
done. We're done.
All right, yeah, we're at time this week. So
Get the fuck out of my house.
Pat lives here too. It's okay.
I like
Pat
you.
can stay.
I like you.
All right, guys.
All right.
I have a Skyrim character saved on your hard drive.
You do.
So
Her name is Alicia.
be sure to follow us on all the social media channels. We'll leave all those links in the description. And
Bye.
like and subscribe.
I'll link your description.
Bye, guys.
Thanks.